We're live. No problems this week. Yay! Hi Sylvia. Thanks for joining. Oh dear. No problems this week. Yay! Just let me turn my... Hi Sylvia. Thanks for joining. Thought I'd muted everything. I'm hearing myself back over again. Right. I think we're all right now. I won't hear myself again. Hi Izzy. Hi Chris. Thanks all for joining. Right, we'll get started. So tonight I'm going back to them wonderful colours. I apologise, but I just love them. So we're going to be using Pool Party, Daffodil Delight, Crumb Cake and Pear Pizzazz tonight. Hi Beth. So we're going to be making this little MDF heart. Just something I was playing about with. I just wondered how the inks would blend. What I've done is I've coated the MDF heart with some white gesso. And I've just done a thin coat just on the back as well, just to finish it off. And then what we're going to do is going to blend some ink. We're going to do some stamping, and we're going to put a sentiment on and put a little bit of ribbon on. I apologise, I've still got paint all over my hands. I couldn't quite get it all off, but never mind. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be colouring the flower in once again. If you watched me last week, I did the cards with the pencils. So we're going to be doing a very similar, exactly the same technique really. Yes. So I've got my blending brushes at the ready. As you can tell, I love those two colours. Put my inks to one side, and I'll pop that up in that corner. Hopefully it'll be all right there. So here's one I prepared earlier. And hi Shaz, thanks for joining. So this is just a white gessoed MDF shape. They're only, I don't know, 4mm, something like that. Let's measure it, if my eyes are any good. Either 3 or 4mm it is. But yeah, just an MDF shape, white gessoed, left to dry. And we're going to do some ink blending. I have prepared a piece of scrap paper to pop that on. Get rid of the cat hairs before we start. Right, I'm going to sit down so I can crack on. So the base is done. Hopefully you can see. Let me bring that down. So the base is done with Daffodil Delight and Pool Party. So I'll just open those up. And what haven't I done? I haven't introduced myself tonight. Hello, good evening and welcome. Whoops, wrecking the joint. Lorna Carter from Lorna Carter's Creations, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based here in the UK. So for anybody that doesn't know me, hello. Thank you for watching. Right, so we'll get started. So all I'm doing, I'm going to go in with the Pool Party. And what haven't I done? I don't know, I'm getting terrible. I haven't re-inked. I'd say this every week. I get carried away. Right, so what I'm going to do similar to this, because I like the pale on the right hand side at the top and then at the bottom left. So we're going to go in, we're going to start this side, and it's just, you're just working the same. It takes a little bit more for the ink to go on. You just got to be patient. You know my patience, but you've just got to be a little bit patient. You can see the colour taking slowly. So we'll have a bit of colour. You do it as dark or as pale as you like. Thing to do is add little at a time. You can always add some more. So we just do put some in this corner. It's not that bad actually. It doesn't take too long. So it's just a matter of just adding that colour. So we can always go back in. I haven't done a very good job actually of painting my heart by the look of it. Never mind. We can always disguise it. I've just missed a bit at the top. I was rushing earlier on. Right. So this is quite a bright the Daffodil Delight. So I'm just tapping a bit off, and then we're just going to go in and we're just going to blend in those colours into the pool party. Yeah, so I've not painted it very well. It's not going to be a very, it gives you an idea anyway. It's not going to be as neat as my other one. But I suppose I could put a bit more colour on it probably. There we go, can't tell as much. So tap, 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 tap off. And then off we go again. I just love this colour combination. Everybody will be getting fed up on me using the same colours, but I just love it. So there we go. I'll sort that out. I'll say I haven't painted it very well, but we will get sorted. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get my heat gun. I'm just going to dry that ink off. It's got 2 settings, the heat gun. I'm just going to put it onto the first setting just to make sure that's dried off for stamping. But it just shows you that the ink goes on very nicely. And that's onto white gesso. Right, okie dokie. So I'm just going to bring another piece of scrap in because we need to stamp off. We're going to be 2nd generation stamping for the background. And we're going in with Crumb Cake and Pear Pizzazz. Right, so where are we? So for the background, I'm using the stamp set Very Versailles. We're using the calligraphy and the leaves. That's what we're going to use in the background. So I'm not prepared. It's been a hectic night. Right. So we've got that mounted, and we'll get the leaves mounted as well while we're on. So there we go. Right, so I'm just going in. Let's just move those around because I'm going in with the calligraphy stamp, and we're using Crumb Cake. And as I say, we're going to 2nd generation stamp. Just make sure it's inked up. And then I'm just going to stamp off. And then we're just going to stamp on. So I'm only doing it in sections. So I'm just going to go in like so, just a stamp. It's only very faint, but that is what we need. We don't want it because it's all in the background. Same again, stamp on, stamp off, and then I'm just going to go in this side like so. So it is very pale. So that is all we need that one for. I'll just use my chamois just to clean my stamp off. Put that to one side. Then we're going to go in with Pear Pizzazz and the leaf stamp, and we're doing the same, just exactly the same. I'm going to stamp on, stamp off, and then stamp onto the heart. Only very faint. As I say, this is what we're after. Stamp off, and then I'm gonna stamp across like that. It's up to you where you want it. So basically, I don't know if you can see, this is what we've got in the background. So it's oh, thanks Izzy. Just very subtle, just very subtle. So we just want that, just something in the background. Not, if it was just the plain colours, I think it would just look a bit lost. So we're just going in just with a little bit of background, and you can use whatever stamps you've got. But I absolutely, for this type of technique, very Versailles, can't go wrong. It's lovely. It's got I don't want to blind you just in case my light, but you've got this lovely stamp as well, and you've got this lovely edge. So it is a lovely stamp set. It really is. And I'm just going to take that off there because I need to put my Nature's Harvest one on. So once we've got that done, I'm going to bring in Nature's Harvest. So Nature's Harvest is the stamp set that was carried over from the last mini. Is that shining? It's shining off there. I could just see it. Yeah, so it's shining. Oh dear, Lorna. So it was brought over from the mini, the Christmas mini as I call it, the catalogue, and I love it, absolutely love it. So we're gonna give it a whirl. Let's get this stamp, and I cannot remember. I know you told me last week what it was, and I just can't remember. Can't remember what he said it was, is he? Is it Acacia or something like that? I'm not very good with flowers, as I said last week. Right, so this is the main focal point. So I'm going to stamp this in Stazon Jet Black, and what we're going to then do is use our watercolour watercolour pencils, should I say, to colour it in. So I'm going to bring out my Stazon. Now I think I did just bring a bit of water and a paintbrush to this when I was colouring it, but not a lot at all. You don't have to. You don't have to in the slightest. So I'm just going to go in there. But I just for the on the blue, I just brought a little bit, only a tiny bit of water in. There we go. So as you can see, it gives you heck in Asia. I like that, Chris. Very good. Very good. I love it. You come out with all these great ways of remembering things. But it's a very, very pretty flower. Very pretty. Right, so I'm just going to clean my stamp off. Excuse the squeakiness. So that's done that. Right. So we're going to take a pew. And we're going to add a bit of colour. I think I'm going to have to sharpen that pencil. Just sharpen it. That's it. There we go. Tell you, not prepared this week. Right, so I'm just taking, this is from the 13 pack of watercolour pencils, so it's the larger pack out the two. So we're using Daffodil Delight, we're using Pacific Point, and we're using Old Olive. Okay, so we're going to go in with Daffodil Delight, and we're going in just on the flower. So I am putting quite a bit of pressure on, and then just going in lightly around the top. This one isn't as smooth as this one, so it's not quite getting the, it's really smooth, that one. But you can see slight, I suppose it depends on the MDF. But we colour, it's still coloured, it still looks good. I'm just going to go slightly into there. And then the same on here. Bring some of that yellow. Oh, I just love colouring. Find it very get my teeth into gear. Very therapeutic. So in like that, and I know it's I just want a little bit of yellow on there, like so. We're then going to go in and we're going to colour in the leaves, the stems, like so. You don't have to be in the lines, it can be quite arty, it doesn't matter. I just thought, have I brought any water in? Oh, I've got some. It's got some. Yeah, I've been using yellow again, look. It's getting to be my favourite colours. And I was going to make a card this week, but I haven't had chance, so it's just going to be the MDF, and I think I'll go in with the card next week. So we shall see how time goes. Just colouring in. So it's getting to the end of celebration. We've got the end of February to get any freebies. So £45 spend in the annual catalogue or the mini catalogue, and you can choose a freebie out of the celebration catalogue. So I think about this so far. I've only got I've got two things I think out of the celebration, but I'm going to put an order in before the end of the month so I can get some other ones. Everybody loves something free, don't they? Everybody. Right, I'll do my blue and then I'll go in. So with the blue, basically all I've done is on the big flower, I've just gone in and just put a little bit of colour just down each leaf. Well, leaf, petal should I say. Oh dear. So just put in a little bit of colour just on, and then just a little bit on these. See, I've gone all quiet now, colouring in. I'm just going to colour in a bit of that. Right, so I'm just going to bring in, take the lid off my water. I hope I'm in shot. I'm sat down and I can't see my... Yes, we're in shot. I'll bring that down like that. So, there's hardly any glue in. The only bit we're gluing on is the sentiment. Seems really weird. No paper trimmer. Nothing like that this week. So you can see, maybe got a little bit too much water in there. It just brightens it up. We don't want a lot, we're just, I still want to see a bit of the pale. So it just gives it that little bit of colour. Same with these, as I say, keep wiping my brush once I haven't got the water brushes yet, but this is a technique with this that I think you would not want water in the barrel to do. And then just to give it a bit of, so you can tell I'm concentrating. Just make sure I've got, I love the Pacific Point. I think it's lovely. The colours work really well. What I've done tonight is, as you can see, if I bring it up, it's a little bit brighter than the one I'd done, but that's fine, they're never all the same. Just going to go in and see if I can, yeah. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. the one night I don't bring a drink through. So we're just making sure that colour, just drawing a little bit down. Once you're happy, I'm going to leave it at that. Well, I'm going to leave it at that in a minute. I'm just going to go in and just go on the leaves. I don't want a lot of water at all. You can see the colour coming through, so it brightens it up. It really brings the green to light when we add a little bit of water. But once we've got this done, we can do the sentiment. Just go in. Right, just going to dab just any excess. So this is what we've got. I think that's quite nice. It just feels that bit brighter than that one. That's quite subtle. As you can see, that's quite bright. Right. So I'm going to put my lid on my water before it goes everywhere. That moves over there. Right. So I'll put the ribbon on last. So next thing, we're going to have a look at the sentiment. Now this sentiment that's on here, happy to have you in my life, that is from the Sweet Conversations. So I've just stamped that out on black and white again. I'm getting too predictable, aren't I? Stamped in Versamark on black card and then heat embossed in white. I thought there was another stamp set that I thought had a nice sentiment. I just can't recall which one it is. If you just bear with me. I might have a go with this, but it's not gonna. I might have to do it a couple of times to actually cut it up. Just wanted something different, so the Happy to Have You in My Life, I popped on that one. Thanks, Izzy. Use the same technique on other items. Oh, I've only played with MDF. And sealing it, I haven't tried yet because I haven't been able to find what I wanted. Because I was going to have a go myself. Get a... I think I was going to get a spray, some sort of matte varnish, but I couldn't find exactly what I wanted, so I'm waiting while I find one, and when I do find it, I'll let you know. Oh, wax it! Never thought about that, Shaz. Yes, I suppose you could. Never thought about that. I will have to have a try and let you know how I get on. I will have a look. Right. So, Forever Fern. This is in the annual catalogue. There's a lovely sentiment, to a friend that makes me smile. I think that's a lovely sentiment. So I'm going to try and fussy cut it. So I might stamp it out twice and finding a scrap, she says. Here we go. So I've got a scrap of black. I've used this one before for heat embossing by the look of it. Right, just let me mount that up. Just on there. And we want embossing buddy. White embossing powder. Get my embossing buddy. So if anybody that's watching that doesn't know what the embossing buddy does, so basically it's taking all the fingerprints, that sort of thing, off the card, so the powder doesn't stick to it. Versamark, that's what I'm looking for. So we've got the Versamark ink, which is a watermark stamp pad. So it's a little sticky stamp. It's clear, and you can just stamp it onto card and just have it as like a watermark. Looks quite good for backgrounds. But you also use it for heat embossing. I'm just making sure I've got everything here. It's alright. Right, so we're going to go in. I'm just going to ink up the stamp. I'm going to do it a couple of times, purely because I think I'm not going to be able to cut it out properly, because I want to separate it. So that's one. I'm hoping that looks alright. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. So just like a watermark, and it usually stays quite sticky for a little time. Go in again, stamp that down, just put that to one side. So I've got two. I'm just going to cut that bit off. I'm going to cut that bit off so I can actually get it in me. We're just going to so this is what we've got. You can see we've got a little bit of I think some of these are actually on from before, but never mind, we're going to cut it out, so that doesn't matter. I'm just going to put my lid back on there before I blow it everywhere in my heat gun. Put those up out the way. Get my faithful friend so I don't burn my fingers. Like so. You like this bit, do you, Beth? The magic. Right. So, on to the second setting. I'll just let it warm up, just in the corner. Yeah, well, that'd be great, Izzy. Spray varnish. I have got some varnish, but I don't think it's the right stuff. Right, so here we go. Sorry about the noise. Just going to go in. And we'll watch it change to liquid yumminess. I think my favourite colour to watch is the copper. There we go. So they do the embossing powders, for anybody that doesn't know. They come in packs of 3. So your basic pack is your white, your clear and your black. And then your metallics is copper, gold and silver. And the copper, that's my black, I'm just trying to find it. Is that copper? No, that's gold. I do have copper somewhere. That's silver. Oh, crikey, it would be the last one. And do you know what? It's not where it should be. Tut tut, Lorna. It's coming. It's coming. It is where it should be. I'd forgotten. I put it in another tub. That is a yummy colour to watch. Absolutely lovely, the copper. I'll probably have a go next week. One time a day I would not have demonstrated heat embossing, but I seem to be doing it all the time now. It's funny, it's really strange. Right, I'm just going to have a look to see how I'm going to do this. Let's just, I'm just going to go, I'm not cutting it straight like I have, because I've cut those straight because they were really easy to do. Just going to see. I'm going to cut it out whole first. I'm just going to have a look. Just going to have a play. Just to see. So we're just fussy cutting. I'm moving the card. I'm not moving my scissors. I'm just moving the card. Just going round. I know some people absolutely hate this, but I love to fussy cut. So we're just moving the card as we go. Right, so I go very quiet now. Right, so I've fussy cut around that. I'm not sure. I'm just going to see, because I've not actually... To a friend that would work, but I'm just intrigued. It might not work. It might work. I don't know. I just want to try. I'm not the... It's quite close. I'm going to try and get the friend. Say it might not work. This is why you have to do it a few times. I just want that little bit of black. Showing. That was the worst bit, I think. So just let me... I'm going to cut my fingers. I'm terrible. Go round the T. So this is to a friend. Just move it round. If I was daring, I'd go in there, but I don't think I dare. So that's to a friend. Let me see. Let's have a go. I've gone all quiet. Be so good if it was interactive and we could all hear one another. Right. Oh, that's all right. I thought I'd cut a bit off then. So yeah, it is a bit fiddly. I'll not say it isn't if you want to do it like this, but I just like I do like the sentiment. There we go. Get rid of my rubbish. Oh, hi Johnny. All right, love. Thank you. They glittered. Some, well, 2 are slightly. Right. So, oh, I'll tell you it's fiddly. If I don't try it, we don't know, do we? Simple as. So I'm going to put it to the vote in a minute. You can see what everybody thinks. Just cut round here. I think we might have done it just without having to do it again. Stamp it again. Right. Get rid of my rubish. Right. So, I'll show you what we've got. We have that. I do quite like that. To a friend that makes me smile. Or we've got oops. We've got that. So do we prefer it all in one, or do we prefer it separated? The first one that comes on, I'll let you choose. And I've got a delay, so I will just wait a couple of seconds. In pieces! Yep, right. That's my decision. That's Shaz as well. And Izzy prefers the whole one. I like them both, I must admit. I like them both. So I'll go in pieces, I think, and then I might make another one and put that one on. I do think it's lovely. The white just stands out beautiful on black. So we'll do it like this then, and then I will make another one and I shall put that on. Right, so glue, and I've got a new glue out this week. Right. Oh, I ought to have left those on in situ. So, to a friend that makes me smile. That's the only trouble when they're small. That was quite fun putting on. It took me ages. Right. Faithful old friends. So we're going to go in. This is how they're going to blob out on me. There we go. Try again. Promise it is a new one. Just can't get it to go. I don't want to overkill it. Right. So we're going. Sorry if you can see me head. Shaz isn't a fan of fussy cutting then. So you can do it anyway, it doesn't matter. It looks nice both ways. I didn't know if I'd be able to fussy cut it, to be perfectly honest. I'd not tried. Like that one was quite, I say, quite easy. And then just a little bit on there. I can't believe that is all the gluing we're doing this week. It's not like me to choose a project that doesn't have a lot of glue. There we go. Right, so we're getting there slowly but surely. So I'm just getting my ribbon. So this is out the, I think it's the annual catalogue, and it's alright, the cat was playing with it yesterday and it's coming off its spool. This is called Shimmer Ribbon. It's a lovely gold. It's lovely, really nice. So all we've done is made 2 holes at the top. I've just knotted at the back, pulled as tight as I could so it can hang. So we'll do that. What you also could do with this, but really, so I think if you could seal it, it would be better. The little finger daubers you could maybe get Night or Navy, maybe even Pacific Point, and just go around the edge to edge it. You could do that. I quite like it as it is, but that's what you could do. You could just edge it. I think that would look nice. Oh, I'm out of shot. But yeah, if you went round with your finger dauber, I think that would maybe just set it off. So, right, just let me find my holy punch. And it's that one. Right, I'm just going to try and mark it because I'm terrible. I'm just going to stand above it. I want to get them right. So if I go in there, I'm going to do this one in pencil just in case, until I know. I don't think we're too far off. So I'm just going to, just so I can see it through the hole punch. Right. So we're going in. So I'm just looking for my hole through the hole punch. Just take that out of there. Come on. Oh, just when it feels like it's not coming out, it's out. And then again, I thought it was out. And then again on there. Tell you what, I wouldn't like to get my finger in between there. Ooh. Quite a wee beastie. Right, so we've punched the holes. We're going to go in with some ribbon. I'm just going to roughly, some to tie knots, just roughly. Just going to measure that just to give you a rough idea. About 24 centimetres. And if you want to know the size of the heart, it's 10 centimetres wide. It's 10 by 10 really. So here goes for the fun bit. Is threading it through. There we go, that's one side. I'm just going to pull it through and tie my little knot. It's not a massive hole, so we should be alright. I'm just going to trim that up. So just pull that round, just make sure, like that one, it's hanging all in the same direction. And we're just going to go through. See, that one's gone through, it's so easy. Okay. So that's how it's going to be. We'll just pull this through while I tie a knot. I say you can use twine, whatever. I just thought this ribbon actually set it off. It's just got that bit of shimmer to it. It's quite cute. Right. So pull that through, and that's what we've got. You could use crocodile to make the holes. Oh yes, you certainly can, Izzy. There's two sizes on that one, but it really goes through really easy. So I struggle sometimes in my hands, but the MDF, it just goes through like butter. It does. Right, so I'm not quite finished yet. I haven't got any on here, so we're going to put some on as well. So we used them last week, and I've got to get my teeth into gear for it. They are the brushed brass butterflies. I'm going to put some of those on. I love these. I'm just going to sit down while we have a go. Right. So, I'm going to go in. In fact, I'm not going to go in with them. Where have you gone? Take me pick. Take me pick. Take your pick tool. I'll come out and call it all sorts of things, I do. Absolutely. Just let me. That's it. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in with a little one there. Go in with a big one. Up there. And I'm going to go in with another small one. Just there. There we go. So that just finishes it off, I think. That little bit of brass. I think that's so sweet. So let's pop it on here. So we go. I like the big one up there. So the big one can go up there. And these brushed brass butterflies. You couldn't say that when you're drunk, could you? These are in the mini catalogue. They are lovely. I'm going to put him down here. So it just sets it off. Just put my lid back on there. So it does just set them off. I'm quite pleased with that. Take the what tool? take your pick, whatever. I can never remember what they call it. And that's the original. So you can do all sorts. I might have a go at I didn't have time, but I was going to have a go with different colours. just to see what we could do. But I really do love that combination of colours, I must admit. I do like it. So that's it. Thank you very much, Shaz. Thank you. Yeah, so that's this week's done, and it's only 9 o'clock. It's not like me to be done early. So yeah, I've really enjoyed that. I'm going to use next week, you might be bored with me, I might change my colours and do something a little bit different, but I'm using Nature's Harvest. I'm going to use the stamp set and the dies. So if anybody hasn't seen the dies, just let me... These are called, it's the Harvest dies. I'll just show you quickly before we go. Lost my stamp set. So this is the stamp set. It's got the lovely floral stamps, little like daisy type there. Could even be a smaller one of those. You've got a lovely, like, I don't know, splatty type stamp. And some nice sentiments with nice fonts. Good luck, thank you. Sending healing thoughts. May nature's beauty bring peace to your soul. A reminder to never forget how much you mean to me and so many others. It's a really nice stamp set. So this was brought over from, I call it the Christmas mini. I know what I mean. And these are the dies. So we've got the 3. These don't have stamps. These are just cut out. You just cut them out and I colour them in. I have shown you once, I think, what I've done with them. So we're going to go in again. This one is to die cut that image, and this one is to die cut this image, smaller image. And then you've got like the twigs, and then you've got 2 little labels, which is really really useful. So yes, that's what we're going to be using next week. We're going to do a card next week, but we're going to say use that stamp set and die set. Well, I've really enjoyed making those. See, I've got another one on hand. Oh, another one on hand, look. So I can use my To a Friend That Makes Me Smile, the full one. I can pop that on there. So yeah, that is this week's live. Thank you very much for watching. I've really enjoyed doing it. Don't forget celebration. We've only got last sort of couple of weeks really, and with a £45 spend you can get a freebie. So don't forget that. So we've only got till the end of February. So yeah, that's it for tonight, and I shall see you next week. It'll be Monday next week, not Tuesday. It's not Valentine's Day next week. So I will see you next Monday for Monday Makes With Me. And thank you very much. If you're watching on catch up, thank you too. I'm so pleased you all enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Bye.